Welcome to Psychic Cowgirl Radio with Shannon Lackman. Practical, insightful conversations to empower and inspire you on your personal journey. From her cattle ranch in Alberta, this sassy psychic cowgirl uses her connections to universal energies to guide you to greater awareness and wisdom.
Good morning and welcome. How is everybody doing today? Whew. It is very gray here today. Like there's not a sparkle of sunshine yet. I'm hoping that that changes, but we shall see. Okay, so today's topic is soul nudges. Love it. Soul nudges are so fascinating because there's so many ways that our soul will nudge us. I mean, we can pay attention to signs, symbols. We ask questions to the universe or to God or to whoever, we pray to or, invoke to help us. And then we get answers and messages, and it is very personal on how your answers and messages show up. And so soul nudges, they are so cool. I ended up coming out of the closet being psychic because of soul nudges. And then I found tools to support my needing to be confident about it because I was a little worried. Right? And so our soul will nudge us into uncomfortable things so that we can work through it. And, don't get caught up in some new age or spirituality beliefs that everything has to be gentle, easy, peaceful, because it's not. It's not on this planet. It's challenges and heroes' journeys and working through things and becoming more aware and understanding yourself. And the soul nudges are one of the tools that our soul uses to connect with us and guide us. And you don't have to believe in soul, spirit, universe, God for soul nudges to happen anyway. So I'm finding the energy is really interesting right now in that there's a lot of, collective chaos, yes, but there's also energies of why not pursue a goal? Why not pursue a dream? Why not take a chance? And, of course, you have to assess your own comfort level, but there's nudges of, why not try it? Why not try it and see what happens? And it's so interesting because it's uncomfortable, but there's also that underlying energy of excitement about it. So what is your soul nudging you to do? And you don't have to, put too much overthinking, looking at myself on that one, or pressure on yourself about it. What's the gentle nudges? What is something that you would like to try or you would like to pursue? Why not take some steps? It's interesting because the oracle card today, I'm just going to go there. Is about making a choice, and it hit me hard this morning about making a choice, and I totally overthought it. And so that's actually how I'm like, maybe I need to pay attention to my own soul nudges because I totally overthought it because it says making a choice. You're required to come to a decision now. You're faced with a dilemma or a fork in the road and must make a conscious choice regarding the next right action. Whatever that choice is, you must take responsibility for it. Yet you needn't be afraid. You may not have all the answers right now because the way ahead can't be known until you've embarked and traveled a few steps. Trust your intuition, ask for a sign from Spirit, and you'll be led to the right path. If you remain conscious and aware, your choice will be the right one at this time. Life is always about learning. Success lies in choosing consciously, guided by intuition and spirit. Isn't that lovely and scary? Kind of sums up life, doesn't it? And so what if you made a choice to take some steps? I mean, there's the go big or go home, but there's also the feel it out and working through the journey part of, say, a big decision or a choice. And so why not give it a shot, right? So when this hit me this morning, I was like, okay, because I do know what it's talking about, and I went through a whole roller coaster of emotions about it, and I'm like, okay, well, I will just, and then I got a sign. I'm like, okay, but here's the thing that we do. So I got a sign, and I'm like, okay, and then I went and looked up what the sign could mean other than the meaning I gave it, just to mess with my own mind. I know some of you know exactly what I'm talking about. We overthink. Yeah, overthinking. Huge. And so I'm like, really? Yeah, no. So then I just, messed with my own self. And I'm like, Shannon, let's stop that. And so I am going to ground my energy later and meditate on it and not overthink it. Because I do know. But then I get caught up in the details and the expectations and the what ifs. But even if I make this choice and start on the journey, that doesn't mean I can't change my mind. Or it doesn't mean that I start on this journey and find out that it's not going to work. Just because you're making this choice and feeling something out and starting something, what if the journey is to find out it's not really for you so that you don't have the regret? Regrets are a powerful thing. It's interesting because all this energy is bubbling up, and because the universe is so cool, I was reading a book, and it's total fiction, but it fit exactly the energies I was feeling, and, the heroine had to go on this journey to find out that she didn't want what she thought she wanted and then change track. Of course, it's a book, so there was a beautiful, happy ending, which, yay, but we can have our own happy ending. It just might look differently than we thought. So there's energy right now of taking steps towards fulfilling some sort of maybe a lifelong goal or dream, or shake yourself out of a rut, a pattern, switch things up a little. There's a lot of energy of that. I'm doing things that I'm completely uncomfortable with, but I'm doing it anyway, and it's having great rewards. And I have to talk myself into it. Even though I live a very intuitive, mystical, spiritual life, still human. There's still the human pieces of us that's like, oh, but what if? What if this happens? What if that happens? And sometimes we have to push through the what ifs and try it anyway. And then take the lessons. It's very interesting. It just really is. there's just shifts going on. And if you want to transform yourself or change something, the energies support it right now. And if you don't know what that is, the energies also support you in figuring it out. Because what I do know is if we don't have some sort of purpose, or let's call it a mission, we can get complacent, bitter. We can look to other people to fulfill some sort of energy that we feel that we're missing, and then it just gets messy, doesn't it? So if you don't want to have goal dream, what if you have a mission? So what if you give yourself a mission, like my mission right now, say, is to, what if you keep it lighter and simpler and more joyful? My mission is to have a once-a-month lunch date with a friend that I haven't seen in a long time. What if my mission is to reconnect? What if my mission is to plan a trip to enjoy some mountain energy? What if my mission is to start that business I've been thinking about? What if my mission is to take the steps to see if I can do it? Give yourself a mission and make it doable, make it steps, and see where it takes you. It's kind of like the whole making a choice card, right? What if you make a choice to pursue something and then make it a mission? You know, I got all caught up in something and I wanted to, keep going with it, and then I had to take a step back and remind myself that I did have a mission, and I completed that mission. And so celebrate that and take a step back and maybe give yourself another mission. And it is completely, a personal thing. So what motivates you? Does having a goal, making a vision board, does that motivate you? Wanting to feel a certain way, does that motivate you? We all crave connection, and we all crave purpose. But if that overwhelms you, thinking, what is my life purpose? Because sometimes that can be a mind mess, right? So what if you break it into missions? The whole mission thing probably comes from I love the TV shows that are kind of games where you get an insight into psychological things with people. I mean, I realize that it's edited to be a certain way, but it's still kind of fascinating, very fascinating, because I am totally enchanted with how our mind and energy works and how we can, pursue dreams using who we are or what skills we have, and totally fascinates me. I could spend hours on it, and I do. Luckily, I get to because I'm doing a thesis. That is one of my missions, and you can have more than one mission. I've put it on hold a little bit because I'm helping somebody else with their mission. But it's interesting. It's interesting the energies right now that are supporting taking steps. What do you want to do? Because let's be real, life can be such chaos. And I preach, what brings you joy? I get to throw that in because my secret dream was to be a reverend, and I am. What brings you joy? What brings you joy in your soul? Reconnect to that. Maybe that should be your mission. Because we have to balance it with, or juggle, whatever word you want, with the practical realities of living. I'm all about the woo-woo, but practical woo-woo. There has to be practical applications. Like, does this work? Does this shift energy? Does it not? And with the hundreds of clients that I've talked to over the years, I absolutely adore that everybody gets to choose their own way of being with their guidance systems and how they want to do things. But then that can also be an overwhelmed thing because there's so many choices. With my Mindful Monday group, we were talking about emotional freedom technique, and I was sharing with them years ago when I was deciding that the soul nudges, they were not even gentle nudges, about coming out of the closet, about being psychic, so I could help people. I used emotional freedom technique to work through my insecurities about it. And it was amazing. And I'm trained in all of it because it was so fascinating, right? So I was dusting off some of my materials that I have about it, and I'm trying it on a different situation right now, and I will keep you posted on how it works out. But there's so many tools available for us. You have to find the ones that resonate with you. I know. Sometimes that is overwhelming. Baby steps. Check out Emotional Freedom Technique. Google it. Watch some YouTube videos. I'm totally enchanted by laughing yoga right now. It's making my life joyful. Check that out. If you're feeling, I know what else is happening right now too. So with this, but there's also some trickster energy around, and I've had to do a bunch of energy clearing for my clients and my people on the trickster energy, because the trickster energy is that energy that says, you can't do that. You're not good enough. Oh, no, you don't. And so let's clear that. Let's get rid of that. No, thank you. And it's because there's so much worry, and we can get caught up in it. And so I'm going to invite you, take a step back, and if you can't book an energy clearing to get rid of trickster energy, that's not on your agenda right now, find some joy and use your pendulum to clear your own trickster energy. Just say, be gone. I know you all have your own clearing situations or the ways that you do it that works. Maybe it's using a smudge candle. I'm going to really recommend do something intentionally and consciously to release any trickster energy that might be in your energy field. Because it is messing with us. I had such clarity after I did it, and I'm like, okay. And it's not good or bad, right? It just is. And we can get caught up in good or bad, but we need to remember the practical realities of what actually is. Okay, I just need to check on the time. Okay, so let's go ahead, and we're going to do a guided imagery. So this imagery is about renewal and positive transitions, reinforcing positives about going forward so that you can listen to your soul nudges, so that you can act on your soul nudges, so that you can understand your soul nudges, all that. Okay? Let's go ahead. I'll give you about 30 seconds just to shift your energy, and then we'll do this. All right. Coming to settle and be at ease. Let's take 3 big deep breaths. 3 big deep breaths as we release and let go. allow your eyes to gently close if you haven't done so already. Begin to imagine a wave of comfort starting at the tips of your toes and moving all the way up to the top of your head, and then back down again to the tips of your toes. This wave of comfort is gentle, it's soothing. Could be a color if you prefer. Could be just a tingly energy. Whatever feels right for you. Breathing in, this calming, soothing, safe wave of comfort again moves from the tips of your toes all the way up to the top of your head. And on the exhale, it moves all the way back down to the tips of your toes. We'll do that one again. Breathing in, this wave of comfort again moves from the tips of your toes all the way up to the top of your head. And on your exhale, it moves all the way back down again to the tips of your toes. Each time this wave of comfort moves up the body and back down again, the vibration from the wave becomes stronger and stronger, sending deeper and deeper comfort. And again, breathing in from the tips of toes all the way up to the top of your head and back down again on your exhale, moving even deeper and deeper into comfort. Just continue to allow this wave of comfort to cycle around for a few more moments until you feel completely at ease. Just breathing in from the tips of the toes all the way to the top of your head and back down again on your exhale as you move deeper and deeper into this comfort. Just feel what you feel. Enjoy. And now, as this wave of comfort continues to work positively, comfortably, even when I count backwards now from 5 to 0 in just a moment, and when I do, there's a becoming even more comfortable as you enjoy this wave of comfort, as it soothes, as it calms, becoming even more comfortable now at 0. And now at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, deeply, deeply, deeply relaxing. And now, as the door of your imagination opens, with a sense of walking along a very well-known way, the wind suddenly changes. Your path takes a turn. And now discovering, walking along, there's a path, and it's in some woods. This is an unknown path. Feel what you feel. See what you see. Hear what you hear. Know what you know. As you're discovering and walking along this path in the woods, it's different now. Closing of your hand, when opening up again, visible or invisible, now holding a special crystal. It belongs. And it can clarify, protect, guide. It can do more when asked. Getting ready now. You got your crystal in your hand, because everything is beginning to lift up. The ground, the path, you, all of it. Up, 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 and up to the realm of the meadow. And now, here, walking forward into the meadow. What does the meadow look like? You still have your crystal in your hand. Take it all in with any or all of your senses. Feel what you feel. See what you see. Hear what you hear. Know what you know. What's all around? What are some of the things that you're noticing that somebody else might not? I'm going to give you a few moments to be in your meadow, enjoying and noticing. Remember, feel what you feel, see what you see, hear what you hear, know what you know. And now, a friendly helper comes forward. What does this friendly helper seem to be like? Your friendly helper gives you something. What is it? Keep going forward, somewhere in the meadow, eventually coming to some sort of stream, and following that stream to discover the hidden place where the waters form a calm, deep pool. How does it feel here, being by these waters, by this calm, deep, soothing pool? A sense of looking at the reflection in the pool. While doing so, is it the friendly helper that whispers to look into the pool beyond the surface reflection? Now looking deeper and deeper into the quiet waters of this pool, there seems to be something there within. Have a sense of reaching down into the pool for something. Or does there seem to be something up? Is something reaching up to give you something from this pool? What seems to be happening here as you create this connection? What is found? What is felt about what is found? Remembering your crystal from when you first entered this journey has powers to clarify if you need it to. I'm going to give you a few moments with this. Feel what you feel, see what you see, hear what you hear, know what you know. And now that you've connected with your friendly helper and what you found in the pool, with one more sweeping glance at the meadow, taking it all in, what more seems to be important here? The friendly helper expresses appreciation for your journey, and somehow there's a sense to know that a visit to the meadow can be happening anytime that feels right. You get to come back to this meadow. It's your special place to rejuvenate, to get answers. So, while the images fade for now, reinforce the positives from this journey today at 0 and at 1 with a deep cleansing breath in and out. Another one, deep cleansing breath in, hold it, and out. So give ourselves a gift of one more. Deep cleansing breath in, hold it, and out. And as we begin to come up and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, eyes open, wide awake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, eyes open, wide awake. Say your first name out loud. I have to say that the crystal that I got was the rose quartz for love, and it totally fits the situation I'm dealing with. And I feel very blessed. So if you want to send me a message and tell me what crystal you got, I would love to hear. If not, that's cool. You know, although my soul mission is to empower women, I also empower in a way that you get to do things the way you want to. You get to share when you want to. You don't have to share when you don't want to. You get to make your choices that feel right for your soul, and that is what I support. So I'm going to send you all a great big hug and a blessing for the rest of this week and next week and always. Follow your soul nudges. See where they take you. Figure out maybe a small mission, big mission. You got this. I also find a soul nudge will give you a restless feeling. So if that's happening to you, do a little searching, soul searching, investigating, see where it takes you. You got this. All right, sending you all, again, a big hug, a blessing, and a blessing from my rose quartz crystal. A blessing full of lots of love. All right. Bye-bye.
You have been listening to Psychic Cowgirl Radio with Shannon Lackman. Practical, insightful conversations to empower you on your personal journey. To connect with Shannon directly, visit psychiccowgirl.com. That's PSYCHICCOWGIRL.com.